We're going to go to line number one. We are speaking with the most vocal member of the House of Assembly in several years, independent Paul Lane. How are you, sir?
I'm wonderful this morning, Jonathan. How about yourself?
I'm all right. I'm very curious as to what cause is on your agenda today, because you are certainly speaking up for a great deal of things. I don't know how you keep them all straight.
Well, the reality of it is that I continue to receive calls from all over Newfoundland, Labrador on a variety of issues. And, in addition to trying to deal with specific issues affecting my district, I'm trying my best at least to get some of the other bigger issues out there for discussion, and hopefully the discussion can lead to some improvements.
You're doing a lot for the marketplace of ideas, and thank you very much for your efforts.
I'm trying my best, my friend, trying my best.
And thank you to everybody who sends you these questions and emails, and I wonder, you can probably answer this better than I can, that these people are actually trying to contact their actual MHAs about these issues, and they're not receiving any satisfaction, so they're going to you.
In some cases, I'm getting that, and in some cases, people that are contacting their MHA as well as me. In some cases, they're actually sending messages to all MHAs. But so there's a variety of ways I guess it's coming through. But like I said, I'll continue to respond to each and every one as fast as I can. Admittedly, there have been times where it's taken me a while to get back to certain people because I'm quite frankly flooded with calls and emails. I'm sort of being treated like an opposition office without all the staff that goes along with it.
Yeah, well, you know what? You made your bet on this one, Paul.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You open yourself up to this on Facebook and other mediums, and you represent the voice. Therefore, people are going to come to you with issues. It's I feel for you, sir. You must have very little free time to yourself.
Not a big lot, but you know what? I have no regrets, so I'm glad to do it. And I just say to people, you continue on. If you continue on with the issues and concerns, I will continue on doing my best that I can possibly do.
And if the other 39 MHAs took a page out of your book, there'd be less on your plate.
Well, I'm not going to speak for anybody else, only myself. I'll do my best, and I'll let other MHAs speak for themselves as to what they do. And by the way, we do have a lot of good MHAs on all sides. So,
sure.
For sure.
Yeah, I'm not disagreeing. What's on the agenda today, sir?
Well, the reason why I called, I've after getting a couple inquiries now as it relates to the Newfoundland Power rebate. And let me say, first of all, my goodness, it was a long time coming. I'm glad it's finally the checks are getting out. There's no doubt in my mind that if the roles were reversed and we owed them money, that you would see it faster action for sure. But at the end of the day, the checks are out, and certainly people are, I'm sure, glad to hear that and thankful for it. But one of the issues that has been raised now, and I did make a call to Newfoundland Power, and I just want to try to get it out there at least. Basically, if you get your power bill, hello. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were gone.
Oh no, I'm just listening.
Okay, no problem. So normally, if someone receives their power bill, you're really getting that bill a month later. So in other words, if you when you get your bill, say in February, really what you're paying is your usage in January. Because obviously they can't send bills out in advance, on power that you have not used yet. So when you get your bill on, again, I'm going to say in February month, the bill comes out, and that then really what you're paying for is the usage that you used, like generally in January. So when people called in anticipating this rebate that certainly they were entitled to, they would have called in to a number at Newfoundland Power, and you could have put in your account number, and they'd give you an idea of how much money you would be entitled to. So some people are expecting X amount of dollars. Now, what some people are finding out, and one person in particular told me this morning, is that they were anticipating a check at around $800 and found out that they're only going to get $400. And the reason why they're getting $400 is because they already owed money to Newfoundland Power. Now, Newfoundland Power has said right from the beginning that if you were in arrears, then they would take that money that you owed. But what people are, I guess, didn't anticipate, and in this particular case, this person had a system set up with Newfoundland Power where on the first of every month they had an automatic payment came out of their bank account. So the thought was that this person had is, okay, well, I'm going to get $800, and then on March the 1st, they're going to deduct my $400 for the month as they always do. Now what the person found out is, no, you're getting a check tomorrow or whatever for $400, and when March 1st comes, you won't owe us anything.
Yeah, well,
and the reason for that is because when they did up the checks, which was around the weekend around the 9th or 10th of February, whatever it was, if there was any money owing at that time,
of course,
then that was deducted. And even though you're paying monthly, even though you're paying the next month, that money is still there as owing, even though you don't owe in the sense that, you know what I mean, that you haven't paid your bills.
Yeah, the problem is that we've been waiting as a population for this for so long that there's been a lot of myths and misunderstandings built up around this magical pot of gold that everybody was going to be getting from Newfoundland Power. You're absolutely right. And the hard reality is that, there are less checks than there are, credits to people's accounts. And that's the way it would work. And frankly, if they owed you money, or you owed them money, pardon me, or, if the situation was reversed, you would take what is owed to you first either way. And we just have to understand that this is the nature of this type of arrangement.
Yeah, absolutely. And I guess I just wanted to put it out there that there's no doubt there's going to be people that are going to be anticipating money. And when they get their bill, they're going to find when the mail comes, they're going to find that they're not getting money, or they're not getting what they thought they were going to get because it's been credited towards money owing, even though in their mind they may not think there is money owing. So the girl at Newfoundland Power told me, because they do have, you can call them, and when you call Newfoundland Power, it'll, there's a menu and it says if you're calling about your rebate or whatever, push 1 or 2 or whatever it is, and you can talk to somebody. She told me that they're staffed up pretty good there now because they're anticipating that they're probably going to be flooded with calls, and there's different circumstances, that apply to different people, obviously. But I just wanted to put it out there that if people don't spend, I guess my message is this: don't spend the money in advance that you think you're getting, because you may not actually be getting as much.
Took the words right out of my mouth, Paul Lane. Don't spend what you don't got. And listen, that's well put. Good advice. And if you want, tweet out the number for Newfoundland Power, and I'll say it over the air. I don't have it at the moment, but thank you for this call. And listen, have yourself a great weekend.
Thank you, Jonathan. And before I go, I just want to very quickly just thank and acknowledge all of the volunteers and the board of directors of the volunteers in the city of Mount Pearl that were responsible for a very successful Frosty Festival. 35 years in the city of Mount Pearl, and they all did a fabulous job. And I just want to throw my hat, tip my hat to them for all of their hard work as well.
Yeah, it's been great. It was a lovely festival. I took part in a small portion of it. I had a great time. We are late for the break, though. So listen, have a great weekend. We'll talk to you soon.
Thank you, Jonathan.
Cheers.
You have a good
Bye-bye.
one. Bye-bye.